Let Madonna HP, a queen energy. Crown gold till she the real OG.
OMG. So I went to try and think I was done for the night and whatnot with the reads. But then this song came on and I'm like, oh my goodness, I was just talking about this song in the reading, and I was just saying that the divine masculines should have just said this to the feminines. So I'm like, okay, maybe the divine masculines want to come through tonight, so we'll see what they got to say about the feminines, because we be swearing it's their fault and they swear it's our fault. So let's see how they're feeling towards the feminines. Beloved, what's going on with the divine masculine? Beloved, what's going on with the divine masculine energies? How are they feeling towards the feminines, please? How are the divine masculines feeling towards the feminines, please? Thank you, my love. Inner peace. You are enough. Wow. For inner peace to come out dating. Ooh. And soulmates. It's kind of interesting, feminists, to be honest with you. Because with this inner peace, dating, and soulmates, you know, if they were ready to really have this type of connection, the divine feminine would have came out. But instead what came out was a soulmate. The divine masculines find this this connection too hard. It's a lot. And they don't, I mean, the energy that you radiate to the divine masculine, they don't feel like they're good enough. On this card of inner peace, they're in their bubble. And yeah, the divine masculine has their dreams, their goals, all this type of stuff. But in writing is, you are enough. And they're writing in a journal that says, I am enough journal. So they're trying to build themselves up to be good enough. I feel like the feminines awaken way before the masculines awaken. And to try to live up to that title that we give them, right? Divine masculine. When all you've ever known is to be a motherfucking man. That's all your mama ever told you. That's all your daddy ever told you. Your grandma, your uncles. Ain't nobody told you nothing about no divine masculine. So you meet this woman, and now this woman has put this title on you, right? Divine masculine, right? And now you got to try to live up to this shit. I got a lot of stuff already on my back that I'm trying to live up to. I got to provide for everybody and my family. You know, people come to me every day, all day, and ask me to do things, and nobody ever asks me, am I okay? And now I have this woman that has this label on me of this divine masculine. It sounds like a hard job that I don't think I'm good enough for. Like, I'm not no, you know, divine being. I'm a man. I'm a simple creature. You understand? Simple things. Women are very complicated. So I feel like whoever this divine masculine is that's in your energy, this person is going towards the easier way out, right? Because they don't feel like they can live up to this title. Just think about that for a moment. How that might be an additional weight for a man to carry. Yeah, babe, you're my divine masculine. And you've been out here, you've been in these streets. You don't watch, you know, your boy fall at your feet. You don't been in, you know, prison. You don't did all this other stuff that goes on in the world. And now I gotta, you know, live up to this title of this divine masculine, this spiritual being, like I'm some type of God. This is how the divine masculine looks at it. Like, it's a lot to try to live up to this title. I feel like for the masculine energy, it's the title that gets them. Divine masculine. Just listen to how that sounds. That sounds like you have to be this great ass energy, right? You have to be a man like the man that's seated on my thumbnail. You have to live up to a certain demeanor. You got to carry yourself in a certain way. You have to, you know, it's a lot of more pressure. And I feel like divine masculines deal with so much pressure already, but now to have this title of this divine masculine energy, it's one more weight on the masculine. So with this inner peace, dating, and soulmate, the divine masculine might be trying to just go towards another feminine energy because it's easier, because he doesn't feel like he deserves this divine masculine title. Yes, you may know that this is your divine masculine, feminines, but this is a lot of weight for the divine masculine to live up to. I remember I told my masculine that he was my divine masculine. Y'all know what this motherfucker told me? I gotta choose to be a divine masculine. And I know why he told me that. Because listen to that fucking title. That's a lot. You gotta choose to be a divine masculine? Alright. That means you ain't ready for it. And he probably feel just how this card is saying. I'm enough. I'm good enough. Huh. Well, beloved, what's going on? How's this divine masculine feeling about the feminines? Let's get into his energy. How's he feeling about the feminines at this time? I just felt a lot of weight in my chest with it. So something about that title, feminines, is hard for the masculine to digest. I would advise, if your person don't know that he's a divine masculine, maybe not tell him, because he feels like he has to be that person on the thumbnail. Like he got to live up to like this coming to America ass energy, and I'm going to find my queen and we're going to go back to Africa, get married, and I'm going to have this big ass castle. It's like for him, it comes with like a weight. And I don't know why the masculine energies feel like this. Like it comes with a weight, because that's not, I don't feel like that's what the feminines are asking at all. I mean, I feel like the masculine should ask the feminines more questions before assuming that this comes with a whole lot more weight, right? Because the masculines are talking about how they already carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, right? How does the masculine feel about the feminine, love? Nostalgic. Secrets, leaving, solitude, and family. So feminines, the masculines do still think about you a lot and whatnot, and they have held a lot of things from you. The reason why they kept a lot of things from you, because they don't feel like you could handle the truth. So they'd rather either not say anything to you or basically lie to you than tell you the truth. Feminists always be like, you know, just tell me the truth. I can handle it. But the moment that they actually tell the truth, you can't handle the truth. So I feel like this is something that masculine energy knows about women, is they're always asking for the truth, but can't handle the truth once it's told. So they have decided to keep a whole lot from you and to bury their feelings down inside. Now, when you left, feminines, this person went into, I don't want to say a deep depression, but they did go into some type of minor depression. They was alone for a minute. They really wasn't like trying to really see anyone at that time, because it hurt them that you kind of left. They didn't expect for you to leave. I feel like when you left, they felt like it was going to be like any other time. But they want you to know, feminines, that they felt it too. That you weren't the only one that felt the separation of the relationship or the ending of this relationship. They also want you to know, feminines, that they have dated or they do date other people, but it's not as fulfilling as that initial connection that they had with you. It was something they feel like that was different when they met you, that they aren't finding with these other people or whatnot. But they just feel like it's too hard to try to live up to what you want them to be, because they feel like all they could ever be is just themselves. And all this divine masculine, divine feminine, they don't know how to deal with it. With this family card, I feel like for some of them might, yeah, I was just going to say that. Some of them might have new kids. Some of them might be in new relationships or starting new relationships or something like that. But I feel like I said, they're going towards soulmate energies because it's easier. Like what you will find too when you find your soulmate or something. It's just an easier connection. But it doesn't mean that they won't watch you, because jealousy is at the bottom. It's like they don't want you to get away, right? They want to say something, but then they're having financial issues and all kind of stuff is going on, and they're seeing you happy, and they want to try to compromise with you and do something about this relationship, but they feel like they learned their lesson about love, and when you have something, to hold on to it, because they feel like they fumbled the ball with you, right? They're still very attracted to you. They still feel them feelings for you, but they know that you are trying to let them go. It's hard for them because they remember a time when the relationship was like at its peak state, when it was good, when it felt good for both of you guys, even through the rough of shit. They didn't feel like at any given moment you was gonna walk away, but they feel like right now, is there or can there be a second chapter in this relationship? It's like this person is looking at this relationship through a set of new eyes. It's almost like they feel like they should have been loyal to you versus betraying you in the worst way. Like y'all will probably been happy or whatnot by now, or been married or been in a long-term relationship. But I feel like they deceive themselves and they know it. They've longed for you, and they've learned to reconcile with you, but they know to a certain extent that you guys are done with the bullshit, that you guys have had enough, and that's why you've walked away. They have settled for some bomb ass bitches at time, and they want you to know. I don't know why they want you to know that, but this is the way that they were processing their hurt. Like they don't want to sit around and just look at the walls and think of you. So men don't do like we do. When they get their feelings hurt, they go out and they try to have intimacy with as many women as possible to prove they still got it. And this is what they did. They want you to know that they know you are their twin flame, and that they are still like keeping their eye on you. They hope that you will forgive them. They hope that things work out. But right now they're just letting you go and heal, because they know like you've been through a lot in the last couple of years. They know how much you love them, how much care you had for them. They know that what you felt and what you told them was real, right? I almost feel like they wish they would have chose another option, because they do now see that you should have been their life partner, right? But they were so tied up with this karmic connection, this soulmate connection is what they felt like. It was a soulmate, right? Like this person made them a lot of promises and the bitch didn't deliver. So they're a little disappointed in that connection at this time. I feel like they're still a little obsessed with you with the secret admirer card and whatnot. And I feel like they do want to apologize, but they feel like the trust is gone, and it's not easy for them to reach out. So they're thinking, should they just try to start a friendship, or should they just come towards you and just try to be friendly? But they definitely want to take some type of action towards you. But they know that you got your guards up, that your boundaries are real fucking heavy right now, right? But they want to be around you. I feel like this apology, they want to give it to you in like an unconventional way. It's not like they want to say it to you or something. Like I said, for some of you guys, they wrote it down or something like that, but they are waiting for you to reach out. They're waiting for a sign that you might still be interested or anything, because their biggest fear is rejection. They dream about you and everything, and they have some major fucking regrets. These dreams is giving the divine masculine clarity on this situation, and this is why they regret moving too fast and making a choice without really thinking about it. I feel like this person made a spur of the moment decision, and I feel like they didn't sit down and contemplate like what was really important to them. So for you to not forgive them this time, this person wasn't expecting this. You always forgave them. I feel like right now you guys are mirroring one another. You guys both want like a new beginning, but this person feels like, are you the one they could marry? Are you the one that they could spend the rest of their life with? Will you forgive them, or will you sabotage this relationship or get revenge on them for everything that they put you through? So they worry about it. They have thought about proposing to you and what life will be like with you. But the minute that they start to do that, they start to think about how they haven't seen great family relationships. They haven't really seen great marriages thrive and stuff like that. So they get a little nervous and stuff. And then they go back into the same bullshit, start dealing with the third parties and whatnot, then get depressed again and think about you. And it's just an ongoing cycle. But at the end of the day, the divine masculine wants you to know that you are home for them, right? So no matter what they do, they can't seem to shake you. And it's fucking them up because they didn't know it would be this hard. Okay? What else does the divine masculine want the feminines to know? What else, beloved? What else does the divine masculine want the feminines to know? What else? I started to send you a message, but I got afraid. These masculines don't know what to say. I mean, when the relationship ended, the way that your relationship ended, what do you call to say to restart something? They used to be able to just like, hey, what's up? And you'll take it from there. Oh, you'll answer first ring, hey, baby, what's up? You know, like you would just take it from there. You'll take the lead. But right now, this person knows that you are still like kind of upset with them off of whatever happened when you guys last spoke. So this person don't know what to call and say. So they sit there, they type messages and they delete it or something like that. They type DMs and delete it, but they definitely are sitting there trying to get ready to message you and stop themselves, okay? This is what scared them. Nothing about this love is ordinary. Like Sade said, this is no ordinary. This is how this person feels. Something about this connection scared the fuck out this person. You wouldn't, I don't know if it's not just the title of the divine masculine. It's not even them living up to the man on my thumbnail, right? It's something about the way you make them feel that scares the shit out of them. They've never felt that with anyone else, right? So they know that it's something about this woman that's different. And I don't know what it is. But when I'm close and I'm around this woman, I feel all these emotions and shit. And I don't know what it is I'm feeling. And I got to get away from her because I don't know. Like she might have put some voodoo or something on me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is a masculine that's, you know, unawakened, not in his full energy, right? In the midst of a crowd, I look for you. So this person is hoping to run into you. Wherever you hang out at or wherever you be, this person looks for you in the midst of the crowd. They're hoping that they see you for some reason. Oh, that's why. I want to have an exotic evening with you. So the masculine at this time is desiring the feminine. They're still very much attracted to you, you know, physically, emotionally, and sexually. But when this person says an exotic evening, this person, I feel like they want to pull out a couple more of the stops. They want to pull out the champagne and roses and things like that. When they say exotic, yeah. I don't feel this. You know what I get with this card? I feel like you and the divine masculine feminines may have had sex, but this person has never made love to you. And I feel like this is what this person wants, right? So this exotic evening is something different than what you had. You know, it's just, it's not, when I pick up this energy, it's more tender and soft and loving. So it tells me it's just not about, it's more of, you know, slow and, you know, it's love, making love versus, I mean, if you've ever been made love to, you know the difference between that and when you're just having intimacy with a person. This person wants to make love, feminines. What else? Wow. Love never felt so good. So this, okay. So the masculine, yeah. Yeah, so, something... This is twofold, right? That down there never felt so good. Like you got that unlocked. Like that's not why this person explores other women or whatever, right? There's nothing wrong with you down there. But not only that, like the way that you love them, they've never been loved that way. It feels good to them, but at the same time, it scared the shit out of them. Okay? What else, beloved? Wow. Do you still love me? This person, okay, this is why they're nostalgic. Because this is what they're wondering. They're like, well, she said she loved me, right? She said she'll never leave me. She said that we were in a spiritual connection and all of this. But the way she's acting, I don't even know if she still loves me. Do you love me? You still love me, feminine? You still love me? I feel like this person wants you to show them that you still love them, that you ain't just gone nowhere. What else? Ooh, you are a diamond, And I'm going to give you one. Didn't I say that the masculine has thought about what married life will look like for you two? Right? If this person could get past this feeling of being afraid of what they feel for the within this connection, yes, this connection is something that's different. Like this person said, this is no ordinary love. They've never felt anything like this, but it feels so good. It's scary. I feel like it's scary because if you broke this person's heart, they wouldn't know how to recover from it. That's the type of love that you give them. Like if this one here broke my heart, I would never recover. And they came out divine masculine. So they're just confirming that they're in their divine masculine energy, this group of masculines, because the ones we picked up on for the feminine reads was the distorted masculines. But whoever these masculines are, I feel like they're ready for something more with you. And at the bottom is divine feminine. What's behind divine feminine? Oh, they want to know, do you still believe in love, divine feminine? They want to know about your stance on love right now. They want to know, like, how are you looking at love? Are you still a hopeless romantic, or are you a bitter woman right now? Do you still believe in love, or have you given up on your divine masculine entirely? It's kind of the energy I get from the DM. Like, they want to know, feminines, do you still love them? And yeah, can we go on? They're not done. So they want to know, like, are you done? Do you still believe in this love? Do you still believe in them? Do you still believe that this is a spiritual connection and that you guys can work this out? Okay? What else does the masculine want the feminine to know? What else, beloved? What else, beloved? What else? Holy. Ooh, is this Sarah's smile? Yes. I hope my kisses are enough. Someone is worried they might not have enough to make their lover happy. They're wondering if they're worthy of the other's love, and this may be creating some anxiety around the connection. Now remember, the first card out, what did I say? That this person didn't feel like they were good enough. That this title of divine masculine seems like a heavy weight to carry. Like, to be a divine masculine, I gotta have a kingdom and shit. I gotta have Rolls Royces. I gotta have servants, and you know what I mean? Like, it just sounds for this person like a weight. Like, to be a man in itself, some men feel like is a lot. You know, like nobody, I mean, honestly, feminines, if there's masculine energies in your life, you guys really need to start asking them how they doing. You have no idea how many of my masculine that I read for tell me that. Nobody ever asks me how I'm doing. Like, and I don't be okay a lot of times. So start asking these masculines in y'all life. And I'm not just talking about y'all divine masculine. I'm talking about y'all daddies, y'all uncles, y'all brothers. Really ask them how they doing. They gonna say, I'm all right, I'm cool, I'm this and that. But read between the lines. Because sometimes you can look at them, or sometimes you can sense that something ain't right with them. They not like us. They not boisterous. They not just gonna tell you that everything is wrong in their day and their life and whatever. They feel like blowing their motherfucking brains out. Check on your people. Okay? What else does the divine masculine want the feminine to know? Wow. I'm dreaming of you. Even in sleep, you're on their mind. They're seeing you in their dreams. And this leaves them waking up craving some love. They may also be a message in your dreams that's important to the situation. So you guys could be dreaming of each other. If you've been having dreams about this person, it's because this person is dreaming of you. But I also feel like they're dreaming of you because they get a lot of signs and synchronicity. Remember, whether or not they're accepting the assignment of divine masculine, they're still divine masculine. We're in a divine masculine reading, and they're coming through saying that they're dreaming of you, right? And they're dreaming of you because beloved is trying to let this person know that you are enough, that you are this person's other half, right? But this person has to deal with their own insecurities. This is personal insecurities, right? Maybe some of the females that they've dated prior to you didn't have a certain standard to them, or they didn't love them the way that you love them. How could they? They not the fucking divine feminine for the divine masculine. right? So I feel like it's everything in this person's head. If they could get out of their head and get into their heart space, they'll know what's real. You know, so many men think logically versus feeling into their emotions. What else? We're incompatible. There's no chemistry in this connection. You're simply too different to make this work. It's better to cut your losses now before either one of you gets too attached. This is how they try to deal with it. This is what goes on in your masculine head, because the way that they can deal with it is like, well, maybe we just incompatible and whatnot, because this relationship is too motherfucking hard. Every time I turn around, we bump at heads, we're this, we're that, and they don't realize that you're bumping heads because you are mirroring each other's wounds, right? So the wounds that this person mirrors to you, you need to work on. And the wounds that you mirror to this person, they need to work on. So to this person, the only thing they could figure is that maybe you two are incompatible with one another. But it's a twin flame connection. This shit ain't easy. No one ever said that this would be easy. And anyone that's been on this twin flame journey knows that it's not easy. And the final card is take it slow. Take your time. There's no need to rush. The best connections are built on a foundation of steady growth. That's what's required of you right now. Steady growth and patience. And this is the stance that your masculine is taking. This person is taking the stance of, I'm just going to, take a slow wait on God and see what happens. I'm not going to try to force this or anything. If it's meant to be, it will be. If not, then, life goes on. And that's kind of their stance. I do also feel with this inner peace, I feel like this person may be looking at some form of literature, whether it's on the phone, TV, tablet, something like that. They're looking at some form of literature regarding twin flames, but I'm not sure if they believe in it. I feel like beloved really has to reveal this to this person for them to actually believe in the twin flame connection. And at the bottom of the deck is a warm embrace. Someone is craving closeness and intimacy. Show those important to you that you care with a tight hug and some loving quality time. Told you this person want to be close to you, feminines. They're having issues with this connection. I swear to goodness. Their biggest issue with this connection is that it is difficult and you guys have been through so much. The masculine feels like, why is this relationship and these emotions that I have for this woman so different? They don't go through this with other, like when they done with a motherfucker, they are done. They're not sitting there dreaming about them. They're not sitting there yearning for them or being nostalgic about these people. They just be done, right? I think I got a dude on my page that says that. Yeah, he the same one that I called emperor, because when he talked like an emperor is supposed to talk. But he was saying, he was like, why when I leave a motherfucker alone, they think it's got to be ghosting or something else, or I'm angry or I'm bitter. Sometimes I'm just done fucking with you. He said. And that's how some masculine energies think. It ain't about, I'm mad or anything like that. I'm just done fuck with you. You did something to me I ain't like, and I'm just done. And I feel like this is how your divine masculine is. When you do something to this person they don't like, they just usually cut people off. But with you, it's different. And that's why this person is sitting here like, damn, can we go on? Can we go on, feminists? Okay. So let me go ahead and get a message for the divine masculine. I'm going to close out this reading. I'm tired because I could be on here an hour still going on, still pulling cards for the masculine. Let's tap into his shadow side real quick before I do that. Beloved, what's in the divine masculine shadow side at this time that's causing this fear regarding this connection? What's in his shadow side? What did I say? Self-esteem. Hop straight out the deck. Masculines. It says, what is the relationship between your shadow self and your self-esteem? And that's why this card of inner peace is here. And it says you are enough. I'm telling you it's the title. It's the feeling for them. Everything about you scares this fucking masculine because it makes them look at their self-esteem issues like, I'm not like divine. I'm just a man. I'm not no fucking divine. What is she talking about? And then he go home and think about it. Be like, man, what she mean, divine masculine? What does that mean, divine masculine? Like, I'm just a man. Like, oh my goodness, one more thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this person gets to thinking they not good enough for that fucking title. So it fucks with their self-esteem. This is what I'm honestly getting. That title for the divine masculine. Just think about it. Just think about if you a man, a woman coming divine masculine. That sounds like some real king shit. And I got to be that. And I've been around here sneaking around with that whole last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how they be thinking. Like, man, am I supposed to live up to that title? What else? The color. What is the color of your anxiety? See, they get worried and fearful and all kind of stuff, and loneliness. When do you feel lonely? Wow, that makes sense. So they feel alone without you and stuff. So I feel like these are, I don't want to say they're playmates. I don't know why I get playmates. I was looking for more of placeholders, but I said playmates. Maybe they do have playmates, maybe whatever. But I feel like a lot of what the masculine deals with as far as other feminine energies is just placeholders, because at the end of the day they still feel this loneliness, this void, you know. Like, they need to build their self-esteem in order for them to accept their call into this divine masculine energy. It's not what they think. If they just stop and ask the feminine, what is the divine masculine? She'll be happy to explain to you what that entails. But all you got to do is ask. And it goes back to this person's inner teen years. Somebody told them they wasn't shit. You know how when you become a teenager and you doing stuff, your parents may tell you all kind of terrible things about yourself. You just like your daddy. You just like your mama. You ain't this, you ain't that, blah, blah, blah. So this person had a lot of that growing up. So they still deal with that type of shit too. But that's what affects their self-esteem. Clarify the self-esteem card, please. Clarify the self-esteem card. Social media. How does your online persona differ from your true self? Could this discrepancy reflect parts of your shadow self? So this person, two different motherfuckers from what they portray to be. So on social media, they one person, and deep down inside, they're another person. I mean, is this really, well, maybe they feed into it. Because if you really feed into social media in the way that the collective body do, right, that's unawakened, you will battle self-esteem issues, because you're looking at what people want to show you, not the reality of what it actually is. You know, like I'll never forget. I remember sitting back and I was watching this couple. I'm not going to say who it was, but I was watching this couple. They had just got through having a badass argument, but they had just bought their house and shit. So they had to pose for the picture. And they looked so happy in that damn picture. I'm like, woo. I'm like, looks are deceiving. So if this person is basing their worth off of what they see on social media, television, or whatever, yeah, that's gonna keep them fucked up. Okay? Either that, or this person has been looking up what a divine masculine is. Remember I was saying that this person been looking at television, a tablet, laptop, something like that. This person been looking up a divine masculine. They don't think that they fit that characteristic at all, feminine. What else? What's the color of their anxiety? Clarify this card. Daydreamers. What do you love to do or daydream about, no matter how silly, irrelevant it feels to you now? They still daydream about you. And you know what? They don't understand kind of the nostalgic energy that they're in. And this is something they do in silence. They don't tell anybody about this, but they find themselves in a daze about you. I feel like no one knows. It's not suffering in silence for this person, because they're not really suffering. But this is like their secret little obsession that they do throughout the day, is sit there and daydream about you, feminine. And sometimes people are like, bro, what you thinking about? Sis, what you thinking about? We doing divine masculine energy. Bro, what you thinking about? Oh, not this shit. I was just thinking about this little business deal I got going or something like that. Be lying and shit. But I don't think anyone knows that they sit there and still have this nostalgic feeling for you. Masculines are secret about certain things, and I think that that will be embarrassing because it says, no matter how silly or irrelevant it feels to you now. To them, yeah, they ain't gonna tell nobody no shit that's silly like that. Like, yeah, it's been X amount of time and I'm still thinking about her, man. They like, bro, you need to move your ass on. They're not gonna understand because it's a twin flame relationship. And then loneliness. How can you use your shadow self to deepen your understanding of others? So I feel like they're having issues because they don't quite understand who you are, where you came from, why you came in their life. Like, I feel like with this person, they have a lot of unanswered questions too. You think that you have a lot of unanswered questions. When it comes to this person, like in their shadow stuff, they're trying to understand, like, number one, where you came from, so on and so forth, why they feel scared, why they feel afraid of you, why they betrayed you, why they hurt you. Like, it's a lot of things that's coming back to their self-esteem issues. Okay? What else, beloved? Final one, inner teen. Love. When do you feel most loved? And it says in your teen years, what did you not receive? How has this impacted you? And that's what they didn't receive. Love. Now I understand why they don't feel good enough for this connection. They never got the love that they felt like they needed from their parents or guardians or whoever was in their life. So for you to come with all this abundance of fucking love for them, it's scary. Oh my gosh, who is she? Wait, let me run away from her like the road runner. Beep beep. Like, let me get away from her, right? Because they've never experienced love like this. It scared the fuck out of them. And that's just what it is. You know, if this was something they were used to, they probably would have ran from it. But you made them feel something they've never felt before. That's why that side keep coming up. This is no ordinary love. That's how this person feels. Something about you is completely different, and it scares them. And until they figure it out, they're gonna be over here taking it slow. And I feel like that's what's needed right now, because this person needs to work on their self-esteem issues and know that they are enough for this connection. Like, why don't you feel like you're enough? Because somebody told them they weren't enough. You know, as parents, we can either breathe life or death into our children. Like, what we say over our children is way more powerful than we would ever think. You know, if you want your child to have a great life, speak blessings over them, right? But when you cursing them, you ain't this, you ain't gonna be that, blah, blah, blah. This is the end result. And what happens? Like, you could tell people that was truly nurtured in life. They just come out, they ain't afraid of anything. They're all social and shit. Hey, everybody, how you guys doing? You know what I mean? But those people that's been abandoned, they got wounds and stuff, they're skeptical of everybody. And it's supposed to just be a childhood thing, but some people grow up in real life and still act that way. And it's like, damn, why you so mean? And a lot of them are mean because of the situations that they grew up in. Okay? But finally, let me go ahead and get a power message for the divine masculines, and I'm going to close out this reading for sure. Beloved, what is the final message for these beautiful divine masculines? What is the power message? Visualize a shield of protection. Wow. To protect yourself from toxic people or situations, imagine a shield of white light surrounding your body. This keeps negativity out and lets positive energy in. And if the divine masculines don't need a hedge of protection, let me tell you what I've seen, okay? I feel like that song on the Gremlins, I don't know if y'all remember that song, Do You See What I See? But either way, I notice, feminines, that these unawakened females, they be seducing and throwing it at the masculine energies. Masculines can be somewhere minding their damn business. And now we're dealing with the seductress ass energy. That's only one, right? One thing they got to worry about. Then they got them jealous ass homies and jealous ass friends. And they got all the problems of finding jobs and, you know, building businesses and all the other things that men deal with that us women don't know shit about. So for this card to be the one that came out to say visualize a shield of protection to protect yourself from toxic people or situations, the divine masculine needs this. And what's crazy, I'm just not seeing this. The divine masculine was at the bottom of the deck the whole time with forgiveness behind him. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. Furthermore, wait, now that I think about this, visualize a shield of protection, on this card, he was in a bubble of light. So the divine masculines right now, feminine, more than anything, need your prayer and your covering, because they do need some type of shield of protection. Yeah, because this person's at home surrounded by light in a bubble that's protecting them in this inner peace card. So if you still love your masculine, please say a prayer for them, because they need a shield of protection. And maybe they don't know how to get one or pray for one. I mean, they know how to ask God, God, please protect me, all that stuff. But to actually have that hedge of protection that just surrounds them daily, yeah. What else, beloved? What else? Find your purpose. See, this is important. These be the things that the masculines we want to talk about. Love is for us. These be the things they want to talk about. God know masculines. It says, find your purpose. When you feel like you don't fit into the world, remember that you're here to help create a better one. Your tender heart is a treasure. Amen to that. Because this is how a lot of masculines be feeling and whatnot. It's like they be trying their best to create a better life for them and their family. If you listen to them a lot, I swear to goodness, I hate some women on TikTok. I ain't gonna say I hate a strong word, but the down talk of the masculine energy, I'm like, is it programmed? It's societal influence, ain't it? Why they don't like the masculines? I swear, maybe it's just me because I don't have a biased opinion, because I was raised with masculine energies and I know feminine energies could be fucked up too. So I'm not biased in my opinion of men and women. So when I hear women just downing men, like, you need to talk to your daddy. You need to talk to your uncle. You need to talk to your brother. There's some man that God provided somewhere. If you ain't got none of that, then you need to go to church and talk to a pastor to understand a man's life and what men experience, what they go through. Instead of, oh, they ain't this, they ain't that, they ain't this, they ain't that. No, it ain't that. You just don't understand them. Because they could get with the next woman and treat her totally different from you. You have to understand what's important to a man. What's important to him and what's important to you. Like, you might want to hear, I love you all day long. He might just show you that he loves you by doing everything you ask him to do. Men are different. They're not feminine. Just imagine a world full of feminine energies and men act like us too. Like, it'll be a fucked up world. Thank God they men. You know what I mean? For real, arguments would never cease. I mean, honestly, men know how to walk away from an argument. I mean, you could be in the thick of it, and out of nowhere, they'll just gone. And that's how the argument ends. But thank goodness that they have that capacity to know how to walk away. They're men. They're just cut different. Okay? But then their heart be just like ours, only they have to have this tough exterior because they're men. They might go off in the room and cry, or cry in the shower, or cry in the car, or whatever, but they cry too. They're human beings. You know, once you understand, like, they feel like this song. See, he get lonely. This is what the divine masculine talking about. He get lonely. And he cried. Right? So it's like he's reiterating everything I was just saying. Like, you get lonely, he cries. Like, man. So feminines, pray for your masculines. Right now, for whatever reason, they need a shield of protection around them. So just pray for them at this time. I feel like they're not only under attack from so many things that they face in life, but now a lot of feminine energies are starting to just attack them just based off of bad experiences and not understanding a man. You know, if you've never had a man and you didn't grow up with a man that taught you about he emotions, that's why those are the reasons why I drop certain clips on my page, he emotions and stuff like that, because men are human beings, and some women don't seem to to get that they're not just these badass people. They have feelings too. They all been through stuff too. They all had dysfunctional mamas too, dysfunctional daddies too. They all been through the same shit we all been through. They just dealing with it a little differently than we are, and they're dealing with it in a man's way. Try to understand them. Take time to listen. Stop talking so much. Just shut up, and he'll tell you everything you want to know if you just shut up and just listen. But we be so busy talking that we ain't hear nothing he's saying, and wonder why he ain't got nothing to say. Why you ain't saying nothing? Because you doing all the talking. How you gonna understand if you're not listening? So, yeah. But the last card I have, experience the passion of fire. Reignite your life force by gazing into a cozy fire, recharging it in the sunlight, or lighting a candle. Allow fire to spark your vision and vitality. This person's looking for inspiration. The masculines are. Something, I don't know what was going on with the divine masculines, but they need some inspiration. It could be because you ain't there, but I think it's much bigger than that. Just overall, they carry heavy weights throughout their day and whatnot. And the masculines right now are looking for some form of inspiration. Maybe, I don't know. Just pray for them. This is what I feel like. If you're not with your divine masculine or, whatnot, pray for your divine masculine. If you have, sons, young adults, uncles, brothers, I feel like they all could use a prayer right now. Because this shield of protection and this passion of fire, find your purpose, I feel like they need some inspiration. So they're not going to tell you, hey, I'm over here depressed, or hey, I'm lonely. You heard how that man on that song was just crying. It was just like confirmation of what the divine masculine's going to. They get lonely. They cry. Oh. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just pray for them at this time, feminists. Okay? But either way, that is the message I have for you guys this evening. I thank you guys so much for tapping into Black Madonna HP's Table Etiquettes. Please make sure you guys follow me, like the videos. I'm going to come back and do probably the air signs probably tomorrow, the day after. I got to figure out what my schedule's looking like. But make sure you guys follow me, like the video. Check out my shop. You can get all the decks I used tonight in my TikTok shop, so check that out. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tapping in. You guys are welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, love, peace, and so take care.